Whew. All right, y'all. Let me run through this real quick. So probably not. What up? Yo, yo. Yup. Reacted to it in the stream, like in the last stream I did about Sonic. I did it already. It's not good. I already went over it. I have no clue. What I want to go over now. I have no idea. I'm kind of stuck. As far as like content wise, and that's why I haven't been posting because I just don't know what to post. Like I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. But yeah, that's been the whole thing. You feel me? It's been just trying to figure out what video to come back with and like what to use. Cause I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting really tired of talking about the same stuff over and over and over again. Like, bro. So at this point, I'm taking any forms of content. Low multi to 5D. 5D's pushing it. Any scaling via string theory doesn't account for anything, and string theory doesn't count. Like, it doesn't qualify for like higher qualitative geometric dimensions. They're just like compacted dimensions that exist within like the 4D manifold that is our universe. It's not broken. I don't know about all the debunks. I don't know what that means. I've only seen one. You can go over other verses. Martial arts sounds pretty original. Not gonna lie. I mean, I seen fucking Dr. Ignat get on TikTok and talk about Jim Mori, or Mori Jin, but his martial arts they're okay. But I've seen people try to get him to fight. That might be the next video. Then I might do that. I might just do like how far Jim Mori gets in Dragon Ball or something like that. I need to see what videos y'all are seeing because I haven't seen any debunks on my vids. And if they're there, nobody mentions me. So it's like if I'm not mentioned, I'm not worried too much about it. Let me see. I can try and check now because I haven't seen anybody. I don't know. People just use random shit. I mean, I was gonna do Batman versus Goku. I was gonna do that, but Batman fans have like this preconceived notion in their head that like Batman's the greatest martial artist in all of fiction, and he's not even close. Like he's impressive. Don't get me wrong, but even then, if I really wanted to like to talk about Batman, I could talk about how Batman quite literally got pieced up by Lady Shiva on that rooftop in chapter like in like what was it, issue 452 of Detective Comics. And then the same Lady Shiva, like in like four issues later, proceeds to 1v5 the Bat family and then go relative with Batman again. So bro is not tough. Like he's not tough. I'm gonna be honest. That man is garbage. Um, but he gets glazed so much for some odd reason. I have no clue why. What about Doctor Doom versus Frieza? That actually would be that might be pretty nice. Why Frieza though, of all people? Master of all martial arts, and then they only can mention like the 127 he knows and like what's the name? The alien types he knows, and even then I should ask. Kryptonian martial arts suck balls. I'm sorry. I don't understand why, bro. Hold on. I don't even get it. I don't get why people are so hell bent on trying to prove a point that's not provable. Ryu and Akuma are good at martial arts, very good. Y'all know the drill though. Link me videos I want me to debunk. Um, you know, send me whatever. I was planning on like giving some takes out, but you already know how that goes and what I do there. But just send me whatever y'all want me to see, and I'll go over it. I really want to see like some controversial takes, bro. I want to see like some hot takes for real. Something. How do I check my mentions? I want to see like who tagged me in videos and who's making debunks on me and all that jazz. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any debunks to my videos. It's like nothing here. Let me see. Yeah, nah, gang. I don't see none. I don't see anything. I mean, I guess it's this new one for conceptual space time power scalars. I think that's a new one, but it dropped 2 months ago, and I didn't pay no mind. Um, that really depends because I think Nirvana and Journey to the West is like 60 bare minimum, but just getting there doesn't inherently mean you scale to it in totality. But yeah, I guess it's dropped 2 months ago, and I just didn't pay it any mind. Bro, this man is making videos about the Disney Junior Spider-Man cartoon. That lets me know the league I'm in right now, bro. Like, I'm not here with the big dogs at all. Wait, didn't I respond to this video already? I don't even know. Bleach fans believe that Ichigo beats Z Goku. Because they think that like they take Aizen's statement of like having a higher spiritual pressure than somebody else like way too literal. Insanely too literal. Yeah, I don't see anything. Nothing good here. This kind of sucks. I want to debate something good. Not even debate. I just want to see some good videos. And so far, nothing. I might start making actually I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to talk about it because if I talk about it, I feel like some people gonna start like trying to copy my shit. And like, I'm not cool with that. So if it's I'm pretty sure I went over this already, but I'll go over it again, I guess. I'm like 90% sure I went over this. But let me turn this and then all right. Go over the doc. You should try debunking your comments as I seen one of your games are sending a doc. You should go over the doc, not gonna lie. Um I don't click links from anybody, but honestly, I'll whatever. I guess we can go through comments then. Let's do that. We can go through comments. I got no problem with that. That's fine. Uh hold up. Give me a second, chat. Give me a second. Hold on. There we go. All right. Let's see. All right. I want to do unresponded, but yeah. We'll do unresponded and new replies to my responses and just go from there. Uh, uh this is love, so I'll give it that. This is wrong beyond belief. I've been going back and forth with this dude for like the longest time, but we'll get to that. I'll address this, bro. This nigga's typing essay after essay. All right. It's not keep coping. Okay, let's start from here. So I'll just make it clear. So, this person says that I lost him when I said that Infinite in the end are garbage. When it's been stated that they're more powerful than Solaris, that has never been stated, not once. And then he said I was a bad debunk listening to Ian Flynn. He has no idea what he's talking about, but you can't even type correctly. So I don't even know if you can judge that, but that's fine. Um, and he did not put Solaris at outer versal. That's not what he did at all. Holy shit. Um, if that's what you think he did, we're definitely in for it. I'm not gonna lie, we're definitely in for it. That's not what happened. But yeah, I just said no, they're not. They mentioned the Sonic, the what is it? Is it the Forces? Is it the Forces? I can't remember. Yeah, it's the Sonic Forces promotion statement. Uh Infinite's never called the strongest in game either, so I don't even know why that's like a mentionable thing. And Solaris is not a creation of Eggman, so I don't even care about that. But um no one takes Ian Flynn serious with power scaling. Yeah, because he doesn't know the tiering system. Him not knowing the tiering system doesn't mean that he's wrong about the actual statements inside the series, which I mentioned to him. And now we get to his new stuff, right? So he says Ian Flynn's only a writer for comics. That's wrong. He literally wrote the Sonic Forces. Like either he wrote the Forces or Frontiers script. Like he wrote the original script that Japan had to adapt, like and literally shuffle on to the Japanese version. I can't remember what game it is. It's either Forces or Frontiers. I can't remember. But because of like statements where because of like statements where Silver, Shadow, and Sonic they talk about like what they're fighting for, and because they talk about what they're fighting for, everyone tries to make it seem like they're attacking from that specific area or that specific piece of time. And that's not the case. Like, no, Shadow is protecting the past because he is a part of the past. He fights to protect the past generation. Like, what are we talking about? Like, Sonic protects the current generation. Silver protects the future. Like, that's literally their jobs. And that's what they do. So I don't even understand where we're going off of there, but that's fine. Um, like, what are we talking about? Like, they literally had to go back to the Nexus point of time to bring Sonic back to life, go back into the Rift, and then fight Solaris together. And then they swapped in and out and took turns. They did not fight at separate points of time. Like, if you really agree with that, and I'm not talking about Lloyd specifically because he's asking me a question, but I'm saying, like, if you genuinely agree with that, you did not pay attention to Sonic 06 because that's not what's happening at all. But yeah, like I said, so yeah, he wrote the Frontier script. So like, I don't even understand why we're going over for that. I also never said he wrote the main story for Forces. I thought he did, either or, and I picked one. Um, this is fine. I still never argued that Ian Flynn wrote it. I don't care. I never said he wrote, bro. Where did I say that he wrote Sonic Forces? I did not. I didn't say that at all. He just keeps like saying that to me over and over and over again. I never said that. Eggman calls Infinite the most powerful weapon. Yeah, that, buddy. Solaris is not Eggman's weapon. Eggman literally tries to stop Solaris because he realizes that Solaris is going to body him in his entirety of the space time continuum. What are we talking about? The entirety of the space time continuum will be destroyed by Solaris, and he tries to help Sonic stop it. What are we talking about? He literally tells the three hedgehogs how to beat it. Like what? But it's his weapon. Okay. I'm just saying. No, my point is like if you're talking about like the end being above Solaris, and then you use Ian Flynn as a backup for your statement, then Ian Flynn contradicts himself because he wrote like the end's character. He wrote it, and he actively makes the statement that Solaris is the strongest Sonic villain. So again, no, like y'all can't use Ian Flynn whenever y'all want to like pick and choose your narrative. All right, this is Sonic Force's promotional statement. Like I said, the primary promotional statement regarding the character Infinite in Sonic Forces was that he was the strongest enemy Sonic ever faced. That's not what's stated. But again, that is not what is stated. Like, bro, no. I'll pull up the statement. Hold on. I'll pull up the promotional statement right now. Right now. It says battle an all-star lineup of foes, including Dr. Eggman, Zavik, Metal Sonic, and Chaos, leading up to a fight against Sonic's most powerful enemy yet, Infinite. So my point here is that why is it talking about Solaris, right, and other villains of the sort, and not just the villains that were named in this lineup? The, what evidence do we have to prove this? Like, so if we're arguing this, we have to like use our brains a little bit here. Like, I don't even understand what we're not tracking. I don't understand. I don't get it. So yeah, that's just not even the case. And if you think the Phantom Ruby is above the Master Emerald, look, yeah, again, I never said he wrote Sonic 06. I did not say that. Please stop taking my words out of context. You're tracking. Like, you're like, hold on. You're tracking? Terrible. Garbage. I did not call Sonic 06 or Sonic Forces his own work. You mentioned the end and infinite. He created the end's writing. What are we talking about? True, Ben is clearly weaker than the other celestial sapiens from the Forge of Creation. That's in reference to me saying that even if Ben has the abilities to like to become a Saiyan or absorb Saiyan traits, he won't be as strong as Goku or like any other character he copies. I have no clue what this is talking about. Goku down players are intellectual toddlers. I do agree. Having Sonic haters in 2025 spread universal Sonic agenda is correct. Okay, you didn't even debunk me. I have no clue what this means, but you know. I feel sorry for you. Imagine having a hate fan because of a video game character. I have no clue what that means, Enrique, but cool. Link it to me. What's this about? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. No. No. Maybe in my own time. Maybe on my own time. Maybe I might make it a video, but no. GT equals high universal, super equals multiversal. What crack are you smoking? Because I want to hit. What are you talking about? Hold on, I'm no longer sharing my screen. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. So much BS. Goku is solar system. Cry us. That's not even English, but okay. Boo could do that with years of going. Not an instant. Okay. Holy crap. Like, what? Yo, did y'all just take like a line of meth before getting on here and like typing these comments? Because this is not English. Like, yo. At the end of the series, multiversal, multi plus. I'd probably say you could probably argue 5D pushing it. Alien X can do it. Okay, yeah. Alien X can wipe out the solar system instantly. So could Goku, so could Beer, so could Kaba. Like these don't answer the question. So could Cell, so could Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Like what? So could Frieza. These are not crazy things, bro. What are we talking about? And we keep on going. Hit does not control time. It's time skip, not time control. Yeah, you're slow. Uh, time skip. Well, Hit's time skip is multifaceted and it has multiple different ways of application. with his normal way of it, like his normal way of using time skip, right? It's just him skipping forward through the temporal axes, right? For him, he is skipping forward through the temporal axes into everybody who's watching him. He's either stationary or he's not present at all, right? So, again, to everybody else, it looks like it has not moved. He has stopped time for everyone else's perception, right? But for him, he has skipped forward into time. Then there's the time cage, right? No. I don't, that's too advanced. Let's talk about the advanced time skip, right? Where he takes the amount of time that he's skipping and he stores it in his pocket dimension, right? He stores it in that pocket dimension and he traps anybody else in it, right? And because of that, not even traps. He just stores them in the like he stores the time in the pocket dimension and uses that advanced time for later on time skips, like and like further time skips. Like whenever you see him like, extend his time skip, that's what he's doing. He's pulling like the temporal frameworks into his pocket dimension and he's using that to skip. And then we have the time cage where he's literally encasing somebody in like in that pocket dimension and is freezing them in time, literally. And Jiren breaks out of it effortlessly. Like, what are we talking about? So yes, we're like not. It definitely has some loose form of time control. Definitely. To me, it seems like you take things out of context and just apply your own BS. But then again, I wouldn't expect something else from a Goku fanboy. Uh, that's typically like the same thing that every other Goku hater says. So I'm not really like wasting my time too much. But okay, Free Guy already handled this for me, so that's fine. This is very true. Shonen openly says it. I don't care. How strong is CC Goku? Um, I'll say that for a video. I'll make a video out of that. But isn't Super Saiyan 4 still on the mortal scale of power where Goku has power of divine power like Ultra Instinct? Does that matter? Because we see people of the mortal scale literally achieve higher power than those with divinity. So, like, no. Like, but yeah, no, you can be on the mortal scale of power. And even then, the mortal scale of power can be broken into divine levels just off of regular key. Like, that's not a defeater at all. If I'm being brutally honest with myself. Kid Buu mops the floor with all of the boos. That's facts. That's wrong, I guess. Still has Goku at outer though. I mean, can you debunk me? Probably not. Thanks. This chair sucks, by the way. Galaxy Buster versus Solar System Buster, not in the anime. Cell is universal, and even then, Gold like Broly is universal, and Cell is a higher tier of that. So, like, yeah, no. Please tell me you're misspelling that and you're saying Supreme Kai because that's wrong. Oh, by that logic, I'm like, wait, what? Why do people hate Dragon Ball in terms of power scaling? Because people love Dragon Ball in terms of power scaling. When people love something, there's going to be people that hate that something. It's not, it's not a broken concept. Like hits, like hit in Super Dragon Ball Heroes or hit in Super? Because I'm saying Aos. If it's hit in Super, then Aos. Hit in Dragon Ball Heroes, that I might go with hit a little bit. I'm leaning towards hit. I don't really care about that. Yo, I know this question isn't related to the vid, but it's something that makes me think for a second. It has to do with the Kid Buu versus Buhan debate because while inside Buu, Goku's power was was 1/100th of his original power, And even then, he beat a memory fighter in the form of Gohan, who was just as strong as the original. So my question is, if he was as strong as the original, I swear to God, if he asked me if Goku was as strong as that Gohan, why did he fear Super Buu? I'm gonna lose my mind. Yup, 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 yup. Okay, well, let's address it. A, stamina is a thing. B, it takes a lot more energy to consistently power up and then fight somebody repetitively over and over and over again, right? In a fight, in a high stakes confrontation, as opposed to just simply, I don't know, getting out and getting back to your full power. Like one just seems a lot more likely than the other. It doesn't really make any sense. Like, yeah, he can toss around Fat or Super Boo for quite some time. But who's to say that he do that and then not lose stamina right after? Like, it doesn't really make any sense. I think the problem. Oh, by the way, I'm making a video about Dragon Ball Z's anime canon. I wanted to talk about overall total canon, but that's just a video I don't really care to talk about. But then again, I could make views off of it. But then again, I don't really care. Like, okay, I feel like I would farm the videos better if I just like if I farm the videos better by like separating the specific topics of canon I want to cover. Like for example, if I wanted to talk about Z's anime canon, the Toei verse, where I talk about how I think that not even I think I borderline have like empirical evidence at this point to the idea, but the Toei verse, where I think that the idea of there you go. Where I think that like the Dragon Ball, like the anime adaptations of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, 13 Dragon Ball Z movies. Um, Honestly, you can fit in Battle of Gods and Resurrection F and then Dragon Ball GT. Like all of those are one complete continuity, right? I don't include Super because Super breaks away from all the preconceived notions. It like literally disregards all of that, like all of that intent. So, um, yeah, like I have open evidence to it being all connected. So I'm making that one video. Then I'm talking about Super's anime canon and how that doesn't make any sense. Um, I think it's canon to Dragon Ball Super's anime timeline. That's fine. I have no issue with that. Um, but and if the shot appears in the manga, then that's cool as well. But I think the Battle of Gods movie and the Resurrection F movie are canon to the Dragon Ball Super manga. I think that like the Super anime is the butchered version of the Battle of Gods movies, and that the Dragon Ball Z movie 14 and 15, those are what's supposed to be present in the manga timeline and not the anime, which would make a lot of sense actually, because again, actually I should make that a video too. I got a lot of videos to make actually, so never mind. I got some stuff to talk about, but just for like short simplistic sake. Um the manga makes it clear that if you want to see like scenes that didn't happen in the okay, well, here's what you can do. Join the live, debate me. I can go ahead and prove you wrong. Just throw off my entire train of thought, but I can go join. We can debate. If I prove that Solaris was dimensionally lowered, then yeah, I want to hear your concession. Thank you. I don't trust anybody who calls me a bad debater if they can't even speak English correctly in the big 2026. It is 2026. And you mean to tell me that you still have an issue with your versus your? Crazy, crazy. But back to this. Low key Toei messed up the continuity bad, so maybe it gets fixed in the Dragon Ball Super remake if it's true. Like they butchered Toriyama's original script. They butchered it. Butchered it. But the manga makes it clear that if you want to see the scenes that didn't happen in the manga in full, you have to go watch the movie. And they make that specifically for the Battle of Gods and Resurrection F scene specifically. Like they literally Toriyama and Toyotaro, they literally did an anime retelling. Or not an anime retelling. They did a manga retelling of Resurrection F, and it follows the movie like exactly. So like, and it literally tells y'all to go watch the movie to get the full details of it, and that it's canon to Dragon Ball Super's manga. So like, anybody that's genuinely trying to argue with me of like Dragon Ball Z's Battle of Gods and Resurrection F being anime canon, or like being anime canon and manga canon, you're crazy. You're insane. You're insane. Like, no cap. But in case people are still having issues like understanding a argument that I made months ago, I'll make it real simple, right? Um, Solaris' existence is verbatim stated to be tearing apart and destroying space-time in and of itself, right? His creation takes the axes of time, okay, and it merges them into one, where all points of the past, the present, and the future become a one point in time, a space-time rift that is located centrally in the middle of the void. Okay, okay. We need to understand that unless a higher dimensional being consciously makes the effort to lower themselves and their dimensional existence, them choosing to like put themselves in a lower dimensional space would destroy that lower dimensional space. The exact reason why the entirety of space and time was being destroyed by Solaris from the jump. So my question then becomes, how do we go from space and time being destroyed and distorted to it now being a singular rift that Solaris is stated to be trapped in? Jesus. I would tell himself, bro. All right. All right. Back. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. So like I said, if um if Solaris is stated to be super dimensional and transcendental to space and time, and his existence is literally distorting and contorting space and time, the question then becomes, why does that distortion stop and then become a space-time rift that Solaris is anchored in if he didn't get lowered? If he never got lowered by the light crystals on his armor, right? If those things never lowered him to Sonic, Silver, and Shadow's level, then how come it's like the process of space and time being warped and destroyed has stopped? And how come that rift is not being destroyed easily? Okay. So, like I said, no, no. Like Solaris is trash. He's a 5D entity, and he had to get lowered to Sonic, Silver, and Shadow's level to be beaten by them. And even then, they needed everything in their arsenal, weak points, weak spots, attacking Solaris's consciousness, and they still only reduced him to, like, to the eternal flame. Like, and he still was alive. And they had to go outside the like the void of time into like an area where time and space is not present. And man, there you go. Funny how that works. All right, let's get back to these comments. Let's get back to these comments, chat. I'm only gonna be here for like 15 more minutes. I don't want to be on there too long. Oh yeah, where they were claiming like the fourth dimension exists in imaginary world with no evidence and no proof. Got you. I remember that too.